The pros and cons of using down payment assistance to purchase a home. I'm Eve Metlis with Watson Realty with your Tuesday tip. When it comes to buying a home, down payment assistance, or DPA programs, can be an incredible resource. They open doors for buyers who might otherwise struggle to save enough up front to purchase a home. In many cases, DPA programs make homeownership possible sooner rather than later. While DPA can be a great opportunity for buyers, full transparency is absolutely essential, especially when making an offer on a property. Why disclosure matters from day one. If a buyer is using a down payment assistance program, that information should be disclosed up front to the seller and listing agent at the time the offer is submitted. The lender should clearly state in the pre-qualification or pre-approval letter that the financing includes DPA. Why? Because DPA programs often come with additional layers that can impact the transaction timeline and requirements. Put yourself in the seller's shoes. The seller may already be agreeing to a longer than average closing time frame. They may be comparing multiple offers with different financing structures. They deserve to know all material terms that could affect the deal's strength and timeline. Finding out after the inspection contingency has passed that the buyer is using DPA can feel like a bait and switch to a seller and their agent. One of the most overlooked aspects of DPA programs is that they can require additional repairs before approving the purchase, well past the inspection period. In many cases, the inspection report is submitted to the down payment assistance program. The program may impose its own repair requirements beyond what the lender or appraiser requires. Those repairs must often be completed before final approval. If this wasn't disclosed up front, the seller may feel blindsided, especially if they believed the inspection negotiations were already finalized. Another challenge is that DPA programs operate on their own timelines. They don't necessarily adhere to the deadlines outlined in the purchase contract. This can create serious issues. The loan commitment deadline in the contract may pass while the DPA program is still reviewing the application. If the buyer's agent fails to proactively extend the loan commitment timeframe, the buyer's earnest money deposit could be at risk. Sellers may be repeatedly asked to extend closing, creating frustration and uncertainty. From the seller's perspective, this feels like a moving target, particularly if they were unaware from the beginning that DPA financing was involved. None of this means buyers shouldn't use down payment assistance. DPA programs can be powerful tools for building generational wealth and expanding homeownership access. But the key is transparency and preparation. Disclose down payment assistance use up front with the offer. Ensure the lender clearly notes down payment assistance in the pre-qualification letter. Set realistic timelines in the contract. Proactively extend loan commitment deadlines when necessary. Prepare sellers for the possibility of additional repair requests. When everyone understands the full picture from the start, expectations are aligned and frustration is minimized. Real estate transactions work best when communication is clear, deadlines are managed carefully, and all parties operate with good faith and transparency. DPA can absolutely work, but only when handled properly and disclosed from the beginning. That's today's Tuesday tip.